Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and as we all know, new attachments are going to be coming to the game. They showed up in game files, and just recently I did a video that actually showed you guys and linked you to this Google document which has pretty much all the information you would ever want to know about every single weapon and attachment in Modern Warfare Remastered, and I thought we would source that same document today and talk about the new attachments that are going to be coming to Modern Warfare Remastered and exactly what they are going to do, and try to predict how they are actually going to change the overall meta of Modern Warfare Remastered. Now again, none of this stuff is actually in the game right now in its current build, but it is in the game files. Picture it as, sitting there in the background. It's ready to be activated, they just have not activated it yet. We have no idea when Raven Software plans to actually make this stuff go live and actually implement it into the game, because they never tell us anything pretty much. I mean, they say they're going to be more transparent, and their idea of transparency was like a week before the big update. They're like, hey, the new update's finally coming. Then they went back to saying nothing again. We never have any idea. We don't know anything about the new DLC that's going to be coming out, the variety map pack that's going to be released, but still, we're going to talk about that in the future. Right now, let's focus on the new attachments that are going to be coming to the game and exactly what they are going to do and how they may change the meta of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. So the big one, of course, is going to be Extended Mag. Everybody is talking about Extended Mag, and we have found from the game files that Extended Mag is going to give you a 50% bigger magazine, 50% more starting ammo, and 50% more maximum ammo. Now that may sound overpowered, but let me break this down for you. So the AK-47 by default, right, it has 90 total rounds of ammo. You have 30 in your starting magazine, and you have 60 rounds of backup ammo. If you put Extended Mag on your AK-47, you're still only going to have, by default, again with no bandolier, 3 total magazines of ammo. The only difference is each one of those 3 magazines is going to have 15 more rounds in there, because again, they're 45 round magazines now as compared to 30. So by default, you are going to have more ammo. You're going to have 50% more, but you're still only going to have 3 total magazines. Now, of course, if you actually run bandolier, you're going to have a lot of extra ammo, and I'm pretty concerned about this attachment because I'm worried that people are going to start running it. They're going to take the extra ammo that they now have thanks to that attachment, and they are going to, instead of using bandolier, they're going to opt out for special grenades ×3 or maybe more frag ×3. Like, I know I personally, the thing holding me off of frag ×3 is I like having bandolier. I oftentimes go on these long kill streaks, and having bandolier is fantastic, and I'm just morally opposed to the idea of people throwing around mini nukes all the time, so I try to avoid frag ×3 the best that I can. And I feel as though there's lots of other people out there that are like me, that hate that perk, so they decide not to use it, and they use bandolier instead. But if they're using Extended Mag, maybe some of those people are going to start using frag ×3, right? Because you have all that extra ammo by default now. You don't need to run bandolier. You might as well start spamming grenades everywhere. And I'm worried that once this attachment actually comes to the game, we are going to have more grenade spam than before. And we already have a lot of grenade spam in Modern Warfare Remastered. Let's be perfectly honest here. So I'm a bit worried about that. Now, some people have said like Extended Mag M16 sounds pretty powerful. Keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, there is nothing in the game files right now that says that we're going to have any 2 attachment proficiency or a bling perk or anything like that. There's no reason to believe that's coming to the game as of right now, so you're still going to be limited to 1 attachment on your weapon, and most people are going to be running red dot sight on their M16, so I don't think we need to worry about red dot and Extended Mag M16, but we do need to worry about Extended Mag AK-47, Extended Mag Scorpion, Extended Mag MP5s and stuff like that. They're going to be very powerful. It's going to be one of the better attachments in the game, in my honest opinion. The next attachment, and this one's definitely out of left field for me personally, is going to be the Master Key. I have no idea why they're bringing the Master Key to the game, but they are. It's going to be an underbarrel shotgun attachment for your assault rifles, right? We've seen this in previous Call of Duty games. It's never been very good, and it doesn't look like it's going to be amazing in Modern Warfare Remastered, but we do have the stats, we do have the figures, and allow me to break this down for you. So the Master Key underbarrel shotgun is going to have 4 shells in its clip, and it's actually going to start off with 12 rounds by default. It's going to have a maximum of 24 rounds, but by default, it's going to have 4 rounds in your clip. Each one of those shotgun shells is actually going to deal 25 damage per shot at its maximum power. It's going to drop down to 5 damage at a distance, and it's going to fire 6 pellets per shot. So for comparison, we have the Master Key, which is going to be 25 to 5 times 6, and the W1200 is 40 to 10 times 8, the M1014 is 30 to 10 times 8, and the Kamchatka 12 is going to be 20 to 5 times 8, while also being full auto, of course. This means the Master Key is going to be pretty weak, all things considered. It can get one-shot kills, files, but it just does not have the sheer damage that you see on the M1014 or the W1200. It does, however, have a faster fire time than the W1200, but it's a little bit slower than the M1014. The big advantage, I would say, for the Master Key is the fact that it has the best range of any shotgun currently in Modern Warfare Remastered. So its maximum damage range, this is actually the range at which it's going to deal its maximum damage, again 25 damage per pellet. It can do that up to a range of 500 inches. I know it sounds weird to say this in inches, but that's actually the unit of measurement and actually in the game. So it's going to have a maximum damage range of 500, which is 60% longer than the maximum damage range of any other shotgun in the game, and its minimum damage range, the range at which it can actually just even hit somebody, is going to be 650, which is also longer than any other minimum damage range of any shotgun in Modern Warfare Remastered. So what we're going to have here is an underbarrel shotgun attachment that is going to have some of the worst damage of all the shotguns in the game, but have the best range of any of the shotguns in the game. It's going to be a weird overall attachment if you really think about it. I mean, you have what is essentially going to be a pump action shotgun attached to your assault rifle. It's going to be pump action if it's anything like it was back in MW2, and I believe that's what it looks like in the game files itself. And it's going to be a weird overall weapon. It's going to shoot faster than the W1200, but not as fast as the M1014. It's going to have pretty bad damage. It's going to have really good range. I wonder if it's going to be good. I doubt it's going to be good, right? I doubt it's going to be good because we've never really seen an overpowered, quote-unquote, Master Key in the entire history of the series, but still, it's going to be a brand new weapon. But also, I have to wonder if that extra range that it has is there to compensate for the next attachment, which most people are probably going to be running on their shotguns, long barrel. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, long barrel is going to be coming to the game, and what it's going to do is increase your minimum and maximum damage range by 25%. Now, obviously, that's going to be good on shotguns, because the worst thing about using a shotgun is the fact that you're limited in the range at which you can actually do damage. If you have 25% more minimum and maximum damage range, you're going to find yourself getting a lot more one-hit kills, or even just hits in general, which is going to be pretty good. So I have to wonder if the Master Key's range is balanced around people running long barrel on the other shotguns. We're going to have to see how that plays out, but they did not mention anywhere in the game files here that the long barrel is actually going to be limited to just shotguns, right? It's going to be available, I would assume, on most weapons in the game, and I can picture it now. A long barrel AK-47 is going to be pretty powerful. It's going to extend that range in which you can actually get a two-hit kill. It's going to extend the range of the AK-74U, the MP5, shotguns, of course, maybe even the MP44, if they actually allow us to have attachments on that weapon. It's going to be a game-changing attachment. It really is. It's going to take very powerful weapons and make it so they can extend that power to even further distances, which is going to be a pretty big deal if you ask me. Next up, let's talk about the tactical knife. Now, the tactical knife in the game files says it has a melee speed of 0.5. Now, I can't find anything about the melee speed of the normal knife in game or the other melee weapons that are in the game, but I believe this to actually be a little bit faster, because if you look up the MW2 tactical knife, or even like the MW3 tactical knife, what it did is it allowed you to melee faster and therefore more frequently, while also adding some other quirks to the game. Like, for example, in MW2, if you use the tactical knife on the USP-45, for some reason that added a bunch of visual recoil to the USP-45, but overall the tactical knife looks like it's going to be the attachment for people who want to melee only, but that sounds really odd if you really think about it, because they are adding melee weapons to the game. Like, if you want to melee only, don't you want to run around with your sword or your axe or your broken beer bottle and stuff like that? Like, maybe with your tactical knife you can have like your beer bottle as your tactical knife, which would look really stupid. Maybe stupid is the wrong word, but can you picture a guy running around with a tactical knife, but instead of a tactical knife, it's going to be like a sword or like a broken beer bottle or something like that? It's going to be freaking weird. I don't know how that's going to work out exactly, but it's definitely an attachment that is in the game files, and I wonder how exactly they plan to implement it. It's if it's going to be better than melee weapons, then maybe people want to run that, but it also at the same time will devalue melee weapons. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about that down there in the comments. Overall, I don't think it's going to be a very big deal, because melee weapons in Modern Warfare Remastered are something that really haven't change the game at all, because nobody tries to run around meleeing only, because trying to knife anybody in this game is it's like an act of God trying to take out somebody, man. You need some divine intervention to actually get a proper melee kill in this game, it seems like. Even with the updated servers, which actually make things a little bit easier, it's still pretty tough to consistently get melee kills, so I don't think a lot of people try to do that. Next up, let's talk about the thermal sight. In the game code itself, it talks about changing around the field of view values and stuff like that, but what they specifically do is they go ahead and mention that all the light machine guns are going to have thermal sight, and I find that to be pretty interesting, because I think it's going to bring back a lot of bad memories from, say, Black Ops 2, where people are running around with thermal light machine guns all the time, or even in Call of Duty Ghosts, maybe even going back to the, what was the name of that attachment that everyone fussed about, even though it wasn't a very big deal? It was the Target Finder. That was the name of it back in Black Ops 2. Like, it's going to be kind of similar to that almost. You're going to have people using light machine guns with thermal sights. Now, they do have its own individual thermal sight thing within the game code, so I assume it's going to be available on more than just light machine guns, but they very specifically say it's going to be on light machine guns. Perhaps it's going to look different as compared to when it's put on sniper rifles and stuff like that, but thermal sight is in the game, which is going to be interesting, and we don't have a perk currently, I've talked about it before, that counters it. You don't really need a counter if you think about it. Like, I think it was like Cold-Blooded Pro maybe back in the day that would make it so you didn't show up on thermal scopes, but they can still see you, right? They can still see you, you're just not lighting up or anything like that. So I wonder if they're going to be updating anything to make it so thermal sight can be countered by something, because typically they try to do that kind of stuff. Akimbo is in the game, but it just says Akimbo, right? It doesn't say anything specifically about Akimbo only pistols and stuff like that. We have seen the actual special animation for the Akimbo 44 Magnums, but aside from that, we do know that Akimbo is going to be available on pistols, and I would assume perhaps submachine guns, right? Because in MW2, we had dual-wield SMGs, and that may actually be coming to Modern Warfare Remastered, or at least maybe on a few weapons. Like, I can see it definitely happening on the Uzi, the Scorpion, and the newly leaked MAC-10. I mean, it just seems to make a lot of sense for those particular SMGs. I'm just wondering how Akimbo is going to change the game. I mean, as a secondary, fine. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, really. If you die to somebody using, say, Akimbo USP 45s, then they probably would have killed you with pretty much any other weapon in the game, right? It's not going to be that big of a deal. But Akimbo Scorpions, that has the potential to actually be pretty good. I loved the Akimbo Scorpions in the original Black Ops, and just overall, it's going to add some variety to the game. I don't imagine Akimbo Uzis is going to be like the new meta, like the new, god tier SMG or anything like that. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it. It's just classified as Akimbo. It doesn't say anything about being specifically limited to pistols, so there's potential for it to come to submachine guns in the game. And of course, the heartbeat sensor. Now, we don't have any actual statistical values or anything like that on this chart regarding the heartbeat sensor, but one can assume it's going to be similar to the Modern Warfare 2 or perhaps the Modern Warfare 3 heartbeat sensor. There is a slight difference between the two. Basically, in Modern Warfare 3, they made it so it doesn't refresh nearly as much, therefore it wasn't as good, but they also made it so you could like aim down sights and still see it most of the time. So we're gonna have to see how it plays out. But what the heartbeat sensor does, for those of you who have not ever played a game that has had it, is it's basically this attachment that sticks off the side of your weapon. It was only available on assault rifles, light machine guns, and sniper rifles, and it would basically light up anytime there was somebody near you, right? It would basically scan the area in this like 180-degree frontal cone in front of you, and regardless of like if they were showing up on the UAV or not, if they were in front of you, it would beep and it would show you this little dot on your heartbeat sensor, which would like give you an idea of where they're actually coming from. There were some counters in the game, but again, we don't have any counters right now in Modern Warfare Remastered, and it brings up the entire idea of a video I talked about a couple days ago. Are they going to be adding pro perks to the game, or at least updating the perks? Because having a heartbeat sensor in the game seems pretty powerful if there is no counter to it whatsoever. I mean, people are going to be able to just sit back with their heartbeat sensor, wait for it to beep, and then be ready and take people out. So I'm wondering how it's going to play out. It does not protect you from being shot from behind, but with the way a lot of the maps are here in Modern Warfare Remastered, it's entirely possible that somebody's going to set themselves up in an advantageous position and not have to worry about being flanked and always know when somebody's going to come up at them. So we're going to see how it plays out. But ladies and gentlemen, those are the attachments that we have available to us on this particular chart right here. And once again, check the link down there in the video description. This thing will tell you everything you want to know about Modern Warfare Remastered. It is fantastic. And because of it, we actually get to see what they currently have in the game files for Modern Warfare Remastered in regards to the new attachments. Now, none of this stuff is actually implemented yet in game. It's still sitting in the background. So a lot of this stuff is actually subject to change, although I imagine it's just going to be gradually rolled out as time goes by. But once again, guys, I would love to hear down there in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the new attachments that are going to be coming to Modern Warfare Remastered? Do you think they're going to make or break the game itself, like Extended Mag and Long Barrel? Those are definitely going to be very powerful, very popular attachments. But what of the heartbeat sensor? What of the new Akimbo SMG meta that may actually evolve? What of thermal sight M4A3s? What of people running around with tactical knives and stuff like that? I'd love to hear down there in the comment section below your guys' thoughts on these new attachments. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.